Guys, let's begin episode 7 of Daredevil Born Again. Fisk talks with Spook and Daniel about Muse's terror and Daredevil return. Then we see Angela at hospital had nightmare of what she saw. Then Matt taking shower and Heather joined him, and they had a kiss and they made love after it. Heather talks with Matt and asks him about what happened to him. She remarks that he is suppressing trauma, which could bring harm to everything good he has. Then Matt goes to the office and meets Cherry and gets Christine away, and Cherry wants Matt to stop being Daredevil. Then we return to Fisk and Book, discuss the return of Daredevil. Then we go to Angela as she talks to Matt, and at the same time Detective Angie and other detective goes to the muse layer and search in his sketches. Then we see Vanessa meeting Luca and talks with him about what he is doing, and she would be aware of that, proposing them to ally to make a necessary change. Then we go to Heather talking with her patient in a session. At the same time, Angie tells Fisk about the suspects and gives him a report that tells Fisk that someone named Bastian Cooper is the muse, and he is the patient sitting with Heather, and he draws with his blood, and Heather knows that he is the muse, and he knocked her out. We return to Cherry and Christine talking about hiding secrets. Then Daredevil goes to Muse layer as were a lot of people. When he touched the sketches, it was Heather face on it, and he is shocked, and he knocked Cooper. Then Cooper tells Fisk about Daredevil and that it's Heather face on sketches. Fisk wants Task Force to go save her. Then Heather wakes and sees Muse and he begins absorbing her blood. At the same time, Task Force comes under the building. Then Daredevil comes out of the window and fights him, and it was an amazing fight. Then Heather shoots him many times. Then she falls. Then he goes to wake her up. At the same time, Task Force enters and Daredevil leaves quickly. Then Cole Nurse talks with Fisk and tells him Daredevil was here. Then we see Daniel sitting on Fisk's chair and talks with PP and pressures her to make an article about Task Force defeating Muse. Then we return to Matt and Heather as she wakes up and she was said that she killed someone and tells him that Daredevil said her name. Then we listen to TV as Fisk tells that the anti-vigilantes task force defeated Muse and killed him. Then we got to Vanessa as she sends Luca to go to Fisk at the restaurant. Luca goes there with an intention to kill him. However, before he could reach Fisk, he gets caught in the trap and killed by Puck as Fisk casually asks him if Vanessa would like for him to get her some takeout. And now episode 8. The episode begins with Bullseye in prison serving his sentence. Then he gets picked up by guards and taken out of solitary confinement and transferred with general population. Then we see Fisk and Vanessa in Red Hawk Pier and he tells her about his undeveloped projects. Then we see Matt and Heather as she is struggling after what happened with Muse, and he insisted that Daredevil and Muse aren't alike. Then Push suddenly shows and asks about Heather. Then Fisk takes Vanessa to the place where he puts Adam, and Adam begs them to leave him to go. Then Heather talks with Puck and he invites her to come to the Pell. Then we return to Vanessa as Adam continues begging them. Then Matt talks with Heather about Fisk and he is dangerous, and Matt doesn't want to let Heather go to the Pell and she wants him to come with her. Then Vanessa kills Adam. Then Matt goes to the office and meets Christine. She also mentions that Poindexter has been requesting a chance to talk with Matt, and she tells him that Fisk asked to move him. Then we see Fisk talks with Buck, Daniel, and Shayla. Then Matt is at work with Christine and he said that he doesn't defend people who are lying. Then Matt leaves and goes to Josie's bar and they had drunk together and Sherry comes for him. They talk about Fisk moving forward with his anti-vigilante platform and moving Poindexter in general population, and Matt thinks that they have been missing something and it all must be somehow connected. Cherry insists that it has been proven that Poindexter was acting alone to get revenge and asks Matt to move forward. When Josie mentions that Foggy has been drinking their special O'Melvini's bottle that night he died, Matt finds it strange and realizes that Nelson already knew that he was going to win the case, and somebody silenced him. Then Matt goes to Riker's Island and meets Bullseye and talks with him. Then Bullseye says he will tell him if Fisk hired him to kill Foggy and he will help him to get out of the prison. And Matt slams Bullseye face on the table in rage, then leaves. Then the bell begins and we see Sheila Daniel speaking. Then Daniel goes to talk with PP, who is still upset at what happened between them before, telling her that he is now deputy mayor for communications. Then Jack Dixwin talks with a woman and her husband is absent. Then Heather gets in the party and Fisk and Vanessa enters happily. Then Bullseye goes to prison doctor and he breaks free and kills the guard and the doctor and escape. Then we return to the party as Vanessa talks with Heather. Then Bullseye leaves Riker's Island with the uniform of the guard. Then Matt comes to the party. Then Matt hears Fisk talking with Jack Dixwin in the office and hears Fisk pressuring Dixwin into supporting the undevelopment projects, using his secret life as swordsman as a leverage. Then Connor punishes a waiter. Then Gallo comes and threatens Connor. Then PP leaves Daniel and talks with Gallo. He then asks if she knows that Fisk was a prime suspect in her uncle's murder, and she replies that she does, which was the reason why she was trying to get closer to Fisk. She then tells Gallo that not everything she published was written willingly and says that if there was anything he wanted to come out, he should contact her. Then Vanessa dances with Fisk. Then Matt tells Heather that Fisk is a monster and she would not be safe until it's over as they dance. Matt hears Vanessa telling Fisk that she needs to tell him something and Matt deduces that she is the one who hired Bullseye, not Fisk. Then Matt dances with Vanessa and Fisk with Heather accuses her of ordering Nelson's death, vowing that she will pay, but Vanessa only laughs and asks if Glenn knew that he is the daredevil. Then Fisk tells Heather that Matt may have a secret, while Bullseye takes a position at the balcony and takes aim at Fisk, preparing to kill him, but Matt picks up on that and saves Fisk by jumping in and taking a bullet in his stand. Fisk and Heather are shocked while the guest leaves afraid and AVTF rushes to neutralize Poindexter. Matt bleeds out on the floor and the episode ends.